So, yeah, this is WMD Test Lab.
WMD Test Lab.
So you were, you know, that performance was pretty intense as far as like the gear was going on. I had no idea where all the sound was coming from. So if you just give us a run through, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I had a couple things going here. Made a couple of, still got my arpeggiator going. So I had a couple of loops saved here in the kaoss pad. Just a, you know, simple little bass line organ kind of thing.
Okay.
And you know, just something real simple, you know, and stuff that I'm not going to really want to affect, because what I really wanted to do was have this sort of arpeggio going. To let me really play with the cutoff and resonance, the attack, kind of bring it in with the attack, which sounds real cool in my opinion. You know, some pretty basic stuff coming from my gear here. Didn't end up using my own drum machines here. I actually kind of used them to sort of bring the modular stuff in. Use the Volca Beats here is hooked up via MIDI. I got a chain coming from the kaoss pad to the MicroKorg to the Volca Beats here. Instead of actually sending audio out from the Beats, I just used it for CV control on the tempo here. And then had the QCD running out to a few different hex inverter drums here. We got the mutant bass drums, snare, clap, and hi-hats. And each of those are, you know, set to different, you know, set to go off at different times by the QCD there.
Right, so you were using the QCD to do all your sequencing, so you were just going straight sequencing for the most part.
Right, yeah.
Okay, and then
you know, and then I had it set so I could, you know, throw some rolls in on the hi-hats and the claps and all that kind of stuff, which is pretty fun.
And was that via the QCD as well, just by twisting the divider knob or the multiplication knob?
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. And then, so your master clock, this is what I was kind of interested by, was the master clock was the kaoss pad. Exactly. And then you were using the Volca as a CV interface to clock the modular. Exactly. Okay, so how did you, like, I mean, was that hard to figure out, or?
It's something that I've wanted to do for a while. You can see from like the gear that I brought today, it's very gearboxy, it's very digital, and typically with that kind of stuff, you're going to see MIDI, and you can see I got the chain here going through, and that's something that I like, you know, about this drum machine is it's like, you know, it's cheap and everything. It doesn't always sound the best, but it can, you know, it adds the versatility of me being able to take that MIDI signal and throw it over to something like these much better sounding hex inverter modules.
Right, and but the clock is just synced out of here, and it's just always sending a clock out of that?
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
Yeah, and I've actually got it going through the MicroKorg, so you know, I really like setting up those chains so everything's just, you know, I got my tap tempo here, I can just dial it in however I want it, and I'm all set, and that's real nice, you know, being able to just rely on one knob for across the board. You know?
And then for what was your guitar sound you were doing?
My guitar sound, I'm using the Geiger Pounder Pro here. This is our new pedal from WMD. When do we get this coming out, or is this?
We don't know.
We don't know yet. But yeah, I'm working with a prototype from here in the factory. Just I set it up. I really like one of the presets. Got me that real. You can hear the sound. It's real dirty sounding, especially when I throw on that reverb, but I actually set the CV. I've got an expression pedal down here, and I set the CV for the blend so you can hear not quite clean, but it's definitely a lot quieter. The sample rate's a little bit higher, and when I'm pushing forward on that CV, I'm affecting the effect that I have inside the Geiger Pro right now to that sound, and so I've got it set up for like a low sample rate. And it makes it a little bit gnarlier, not too much, but enough to sort of bring it in.
So you've got it set up on the dry wet mix.
Yeah, exactly.
Is what you're bringing in, and then it looks like you've got it set up as well. So the dry signal is actually not dry; it's the preamp signal from the Geiger Pro.
Right.
So that's why you're getting the not so clean of what you're talking about. And then when you're bringing in the CV, when you're bringing in the expression pedal, you're actually bringing in the wavetable and sample rate destruction, which is why that's why we designed it that way, so that way you could have like your distortion sound, but then bring in a little bit of that digital crunch. And, I liked how it wasn't a lot of people know the Geiger counter and know the whole series of Geiger counter pedals to be so intense or not musical. I mean, it's like you found a way, you know, you definitely didn't go into that realm. And
yeah, it's definitely, it sort of takes what you would think of like the intensity of a normal pedal and it flips it on its head. Everything's so in your face, and the best sounds I've had from this have been by combining that CV control. And what's great is, you know, I had this hooked up to a monolith with a mini slew a few weeks ago, and that was really effective. You know, I had the monolith and the mini slew clocked with my Volca beats again, and just was able to get some really cool, consistent sounds with it. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. You know, and it's sort of big, you know, LFO affected kind of things, and it's interesting when you can bring that tone back and forth on the Geiger counter, and I really like that.
Cool, man.
Yeah. You know, I'm not much of a metalhead, but I'm like using these real harsh tones and like this sort of, you know, laid back little electronic sound.
You know, it doesn't have to be metal. I mean,
it's just, you can use it for a lot of different stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I use the Geiger counter on everything, man, and it's just like I don't know. I love metal, but I don't make metal.
Yeah, it was definitely a toss-up between using the guitar and using the theremin.
Yeah, totally. I was thinking about that while we were shooting. That would have been cool, but.
Oh, maybe for the next WMD test lab.
Yeah, dude. Well, I guess that's pretty much it, right?
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for performing. And
yeah, thank you, Alex. Thank you guys too. There's like 10 people watching this, aren't there?
Internet.
Yeah. Thanks, Internet.